I think we can chat this time. Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are getting to burn some nitro. It's a beautiful day, but we are just getting ready for this upcoming weekend's practice and the next race. So, thank you all for joining in. Hope you enjoy the show. And now we're able to chat. So if you got anything to say, go for it. Hello, Mama. How you doing, baby doll? That was weird. I don't know why it wouldn't let anybody chat. But, I don't know. Sometimes YouTube's screwy. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good day. We can get situated here. So like I said yesterday, we're going to replace the A-arms because the bolts that hold the bottom of the shocks, those holes are stripped. That's your pimp, what's up? Mama's got the crown first, eh? Not your pimp, you always seem to have the crown. Don't worry, I'm not complaining. I think it's pretty cool. I hate staples. He says, I try. And I didn't have to buy these. These came with the buggy. So the guy I got it from already had these purchased. So I've just been sitting here waiting for my other ones to go bad. Steve's in the house. What's up, JW? What's up, brother? How's everybody doing? Can't stay long. Wife's in a mood. I have to fix it. I hear you, bro. Hope everybody's having a good night. Get out my scissors to get this nice and flush. We can't get it completely, so we'll try the razor blade. I don't like these little plastic tips sticking out. Forgot to turn one of my lights on. Yeah, and the A-arms, there's nothing wrong with them other than the fact that the hole is stripped out that holds the bottom bolt, the bottom of the shock bolt, which is pretty much a problem, but I'm just saying, like, nothing broke on them, just the hole stripped. Basically had to use CA glue to hold them in over the weekend while I was racing because I didn't have time to switch them out. Some people will tell you use red Loctite, which I'm sure works just fine. But I had super glue, so I used super glue, and hopefully they're not stuck. Ben Callaghan, what's going on, brother? Welcome back. Grizzly's in the house. I didn't burn any nitro, but I burned some wood. Made me and the wife a surf and turf. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Hell yeah. Sweet, sweet. All right, the front's gonna be a little bit easier. Less pieces to deal with. Man, these things got a hell of a bite in the rim. Once you get these cranked down, they don't come off very easy. They got good teeth on them. I'm gonna try and do this with as minimum taking things apart as possible, but I know I gotta take some things off. So. Dang. Nosedived it a couple times. What's going on, Ranks? King of Nerds. How you doing, all aspects? What's going on, brother? Both of you to assume I might be smart. Right? Yeah, when you lawn dart these at the track, they really fill up with dirt. I know this will dull out the razor blade, but trust me, it was already dull. So basically using an old used one to do this. It works better than pretty much everything else except for an X-Acto knife. Everything's full of dirt. Put in a new steering rack in my boat launch slash. CBH 148. Yo, is that a 2.0 intake tube on a 2.2 Techno? 2.0 intake tube? You talking about the air filter? Or what do you mean by the intake tube? If you're asking about the air filter, no, it's for the Mugen. Just want to loosen this up enough to get that front, this front block off. I may have to take these all the way out. Yeah, the tube between air filter and the carb. Yeah, as far as I know, it's for the Mugen. Yeah, definitely had to take those screws out. Not a big deal. Where'd my little nut driver go? It was buried. Makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking the 2.2 intake was just the yes, it is. So when I bought this car, the guy did not give me the air filter. It was just a slider. And I was already using this on my Mugen, so I just swapped it over. I'm glad that didn't come loose at the race. Always wants to make it a pain in the ass to get this thing off. And no, I don't have the proper wrench. Come on. Wish I did, though. Once you get it on the flat side, it's a little easier to hold. So the thing I like about this style, I mean, I like what Techno has done with this newer model, but I don't like these. I don't like how it's just a screw into the standoff. I like it when it's got the bolt coming through. It just, they don't come loose as easily as what these do. So it's one of these that's squeaking it up. All right, so yeah, I was thinking this was like a pin that went all the way through, but it only goes halfway through. Makes sense. I think it's got little sides on it, like that. Not that either. Ah, maybe the screw here actually holds it in there. Damn it. Throw it on the ground. That's weird. I've never seen a setup like that. So it's just a smooth pin that goes in with a notch at the end that the screw sits in. Just like on like your out drive, it's got the grub screw. That's pretty neat. Get out of there. Pretty sure it's this one squeaking. Pushing was kind of stubborn. Everything looks exactly the same. Oh, yes. You can turn the drip screw with a 2mm through the top side. That way you don't have to pick out the drip. Yeah, I know, but I wanted to pick it out anyways. And of course, once it's installed, it's the only way that you can turn it from the top side, but I wanted to get it out of there. It's about where they were. Also makes it easier to thread in the screw to a brand new arm since it says stay centered. What do you mean? You mean the fact that I picked it out to use the 2.5mm on it? Getting ready for some new pens. Put a little bit of grease on it. Not too much, just a light coating. Yeah, that dirt gets ultra packed in there on the loose droop, the loose droopy boys. Yeah, we can't have any of that. I thought something seemed weird. Can't hang on to my screws. This was going inside. Of course, sometimes I just take things apart and don't study it enough. All right. So these go on the inside. What? Can't be. It's gotta go this way. But what I did forget was the bushing. See, what battery do you run on your Techno? I gotta replace them soon. The ProTech is, that's what I run. The ProTech, whatever, 2600 milliamp hour. See my little charging plug sticking out? Maybe I got it backwards. I think the short ones go here and the long ones go there. I'm doing it totally wrong. Now I got that thing. Get one drive shaft. Another example of guys trying to do things without reading directions. Come on, I want to grab this. Why the hell won't you go back there anyways? Can't tell which way this thing was sitting. I think. Looks like it's down. Down and out. So worst place to pull the damn pillow ball out of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going down and out. I'm gonna have to pull out the damn directions. I'll just pay attention to the other side when I take it apart. Okay, so yeah. So they do have the long one on the inside, and you can see it sticking out. I don't know if you guys can see it, but what's up, Big Boys Toys? How you doing, brother? Protect 2600 is a little puffed. It's a tight fit to get the battery lid on. Yeah, I mean, mine hasn't puffed yet, but yeah, it is a tight fit for sure. So yeah, long one. It's gonna stick out a little bit. That's what I was thinking. Be prepared for there to be a lot of slop, even with brand new arms. Techno does it on purpose. Yeah, I understand the slop. I mean, you know, they got it in the sway bars. They've got it in basically every joint on this car. I mean, yeah, I'm used to the slop in it. I'm not replacing it because of thinking that it's worn or anything. Mainly, the only reason I'm replacing it is because these threads for the lower shock bolt were stripped out. And I don't want them, they keep coming out in practice, and I don't want them coming out when I'm trying to race. It's kind of annoying. Well, it's really annoying. Is there an indicator? Oh. I thought it looked like there was one little flat notch. I don't know if you guys can see that as I'm knocking the table over. Let's see. So right here's where the grub screw tightens down. But you can see a little flat spot right there. So that's how you know that. That's how you know you've got it in there, right? Oh shit. I'm trying to put this all in there without the dog bone. Really kind of surprised it doesn't have any of those little thin spacers. Alrighty, we need some Loctite. I wonder if there's anything left in this tube. Those lower shock bolt holes don't strip out. You have to use the reverse thread screws only in the front right and rear left arms. Right, they go cross catty corner. But I think I had it mixed up and had put them in the wrong spot, not following the directions. And more than likely I stripped them out. But yeah, if you do put them in the wrong spot, regardless of whether the hole's stripped or not, they will work their way out. Something doesn't seem right. Yeah, this should have a lot more play in than that. What did I do wrong? I wonder if it's supposed to be a little bit tighter when they're new. I just feel like I did something wrong. Reverse thread screws are the chrome ones. Easy to remember because 99% of the screws in the car are black. Oddball color equals oddball thread. Yep. Yeah, no matter which way you look at the car, if you're staring at it from the front, silver on the left, black on the right. If you're staring at it from the back looking forward, silver on the left, black on the right. Travis in the house. What's up, brother? It's going to be nice and balmy, 28 degrees Celsius here today. Sunny Perth, West Australia. How big is Perth? Like, as in how many people? Can't grab a hold of it for nothing. I tried to use flathead screwdrivers as a pry tool, but it wants me to. Just gotta be careful with flatheads. They're really only good for one thing: slipping and stabbing yourself. It's a small city, not sure of the population though. I always thought that Perth was a pretty good sized city. I think I know the problem on the back side. I stuck these in on the other side. I stuck these in wrong. Stuck them from the outside and they go on the inside. I'm at my local track 4 minutes away on Wednesdays to run laps and grill hot dogs. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, we're getting rained out. Just a bummer. Yeah, that sucks, bro. It's awesome. It's only like 3 minutes away. I gotta drive 45 minutes down here. Western Australia is a big state, though. Well, Western Australia itself is a state. Cyclone, what's going on, brother? How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you, buddy. I always thought when people refer to Western Australia, it's just like the west side of Australia. Didn't really think it was being a state. Overworked and underappreciated. Yes, sir. I think we all resemble that a little bit. Blown bush and garage. I caught a stream. Yeah, I seen your comment in that other one, brother. Wasn't for sure if you was joking or not. Is this the first one you've got to catch? I'm glad you made it. Welcome. I'm gonna have to look this up because because it doesn't seem like it wants to fit that way. Gotta hit the track, bro. Running nitro at the track is where it's at. Especially if someone's there to marshal your car. Oh, I know, bro. I don't know if you've been following my story, but I go down to the Nitro compound down in Maricopa, and it's a huge track. I got a few videos out on it, and I got a couple more coming. But I just did my first race on Sunday, and man, I did decent. But no, it's a lot of fun. I even enjoy doing the marshalling and getting to watch other people run and you know, see how they're doing from a spectator point of view. All right, I'm gonna get in here and look up the manual. Just gonna look at this manual real quick, make sure I'm setting things up right. That's the rear. Where's the front? Front end. Okay, so they're supposed to be going in from the outside. Chris Sworn just took that apart. They were on the inside. Yeah, I never used to think that I'd really like racing that much. I don't know why. I didn't think that I would be like that attracted to it, but man, I really do enjoy it. I mean, it's frustrating when, you know, when everybody's beating you, but it is still a great time. Why won't you go in there? What a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Thought I grabbed the front one, but nope. My dumbass grabbed the rear. I knew we'd figure it out eventually. It's alright. See, it's not only Savages that I put together wrong, I have to take them back apart. Buggies as well. Yep. First one of your streams. Awesome, man. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Never been to RC Track, and the only one that I know might let me run nitros is up in southern Indiana, 20-30 minutes away. And I've been busy. Yeah, I gotta drive 45 minutes to get to mine. I do have an 8th buggy with a Dynamite 28 on it, but it's a Thunder Tiger from 1998. Yeah, I like sticking with the stuff I know I can get parts for. I don't know, maybe you can. I've never really looked up the Thunder Tiger, but the track looks like I'd Did a number on, looks like it did a number on your filter. This one's really not too bad. I didn't run much on Sunday because I did a little bit of practicing and then mostly waiting around for my turn and marshalling. But yeah, if I'm there running all day, like getting the practice laps in, it looks like a brownie. Like this actually is really clean compared to what it normally looks like. Because it's normally like cakey, shiny brownie. You know, it looks like a moist brownie sitting there. Alright, let's see if we can do this right this time. These bushings fit a little bit better. There we go. Where's the other bushing? Rolling around in the dirt. Let's see. That's why I run the Mugen with myself no bushings to deal with. Another Thunder Tiger EB4 right now on the bench. Hell yeah. Bushings make the arms last longer though. True. Doesn't wear the plastic. It doesn't oblong the plastic. Looks like a no, it looks like a brownie. Traxxas straight sucks. It's so beat up and now it's giving me payback. Yeah, it's giving you payback for taking it off the shelf. Probably don't even really need grease on here, but I'm doing it anyways. Okay, the instruction manual showed these going from the outside in, but I swear to God I just took it apart and they were from the inside out. I don't know if there's a specific reason that the guy got it from, put it together that way. Or what? Come on, get in there. It fits much better when you do it right. We have to go back over and redo the other side. Because something like this is nice and loose. The other side, it's all stiff. It was my first Nitro I bought for $200 with a spare engine. It was an impulse buy, but she does work. It helped me learn a lot short time by getting used to nitros. Hell yeah, there's, anything to get your first one going and learn something about it. Nothing wrong with that. Now that I've taken these screws out, they'll probably freaking fall out on me. It's got Loctite. There we go. Let's see. Mine's a Thunder Tiger Mirage Pro. I have the manual with what I imagine is the original owner's name on it. So I don't lose these, or not lose, but so they don't fall apart, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on. There we go. That's better. Now it's got some play in it. A bit of Loctite running down. Afraid I didn't get enough on the other side on that second one because I just used what was dripping down. I think we'll go ahead and redo it too. My joints squeak like that too. Your real joints? Yeah, mine definitely tell me every day that I've been an electrician for a long time. They're like, oh, hey, you remember this? I'm like, yes, I do. It sucks now. We'll have to reset the droop and everything. Arms are awful straight. What is? I've been looking for that graphite dry lube, and I haven't been able to find it. I know it's not ideal, but we're doing it anyways. Just a tiny bit to try to work in there. Oh, I think it's in my sway bar. We'll find it eventually. I'm thinking I should probably look into somewhat modern chassis you get, but some of those buggy kits more than Nitro USA one. Haven't checked the market in a while. Brand new, you're probably looking like $700. I bought this one used for, it was like $4. I don't know if I paid $4 or $4.50. I think I paid $4.50 for it. You can find some decent deals. You just gotta look whether it's on Marketplace. The local tracker usually has some pretty decent deals. Australiano, how's it going, brother? Good day, my friend. How you doing, brother? With the rod end binding on the pillow balls. I don't have pillow balls. You just mean like the ball joints? They're not binding, they're just squeaking. Probably just need to be taken apart and cleaned. We're getting closer. The squeaking is less. And I know this attracts dirt and makes a hell of a mess and can make it worse, but needs to be lubed up a little bit. I think it might be down the bottom of that pillow ball. And we'll be able to reach down there with this WD-40. I've tuned out a few fellas. Sudanese Queen Safa is visiting soon. Gotta bust out the WD-40. Yes, sir. If you lift up one of the A-arms and let it droop, does it bounce? If so, you're good. You mean lift up like this and then just let it go? It's not really bouncing. Is that what you mean? It looks perfect. Bounce some, hard to tell with the sway bar connected, but they're bouncing. Oh, you mean do it without the sway bar? You know, as much as I clean this thing up after I drive it, constantly working on it for the track, I don't think that WD-40 or grease is gonna collect enough shit to do anything too serious. Oh, like butter. I like it. Now she's nice and quiet. Try to loosen the A-block screw just a hair to see if that squeak goes away. I don't think it was in the A-arms, and I had already greased them, and like there's play, and you probably can't see it, but I can feel it. There's at least a couple of millimeters of play in there, so I don't think that A-block is doing too much. Alright, what else is left? Just the shocks? Oh, better put these screws in before I forget. Everything else looks all old and beat the shit out of in the dirt and brand new shiny A-arms. WD-40 for the win. Yep. Hell, I guess I could have turned it upside down, had a little bit easier access. Maybe even gotten a dab of grease in there, but I mean, either way, something. Like I said, I'm constantly doing something to it, so it's not like it's gonna go through a shit ton of running before I'm ready to take it apart and clean it. All right. Ooh, look at that. She's nice and quiet. It's as good as a library. But now we need to re-Loctite this pain in the ass. I figured you meant ballin'. Wrong, my brother. What's going on? How you doing, my friend? Been putting out some pretty cool T-Max videos. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a Revo, wasn't it? Use bearing oil on the ball joints. Yeah, I don't have any bearing oil. That's one thing that I need to invest in. Now she's tight like a tiger. For some reason, that one side always comes loose. I've actually lost that screw at the track while I was practicing. Thankfully, somebody there had one. But AJ carries some good stuff. Oh yeah. Yes, sir, Raw, it did. It did really, really good. Alright, so black goes on the right, and silver goes on the left. And yes, the manual says to put Loctite on these. Anybody that's owned one of these newer Technos knows that no matter what locking nylon nut it is, they still want to come off. You basically got to Loctite everything. How you been doing, Raw? Haven't talked to you much lately, brother. Oh, like butter. I like it. And give me some more of these little orange washers and some more orange nuts just for the heck of it. Even got my wheels balanced. Learned something new about balancing wheels. I don't know if I really showed you guys these. Oh no, I lost my wheel nut. These are from Avid. Kind of pricey, but pretty cool. Keeps dirt from collecting in the center. Got a cool looking design. Just, you know, adds a little flair. All right, onto the rear. I've been having trouble keeping my tires glued together. So like no matter how much I cleaned them, what I did, scraped them up, I couldn't get them to stay together. But I used Simple Green this time. And they got a little bit of separation, but like I always have like big gaps that are just coming loose, so pretty happy with the way they turned out this time. And that wheel nut was kind of loose. Glad I didn't lose that on the track. One guy lost his wheel nut right as our main was starting. have their wing buttons. Went with the Protect wheel nuts, they work okay. Yeah, you're talking about up here when we say the wing button. I like this bar. It came with this buggy. First one I actually ever had. But some of those wing buttons, as you call it, look pretty cool. Let's go. Doesn't want to stay when you're at the track and doesn't want to come out when you're at home. Let me get the wing out of the way. I think I got an idea for a new paint scheme. I'm going to start working on that here pretty soon. Hopefully it turns out alright. You can tell I was upside down a lot. I got mud in one of these screws. Like, I really like these wings, but man, you start flipping it and landing upside down and they start bending and breaking real easy. Using tire bands when you glue them. What about zip kicker to dry the glue fast? I do use bands. I'm not worried about drying the glue fast. Just want it to stay. But I think the simple green, because if you don't get all that release agent off of there, and you can really see it on the paper towel, you spray down some simple green. What I did was I hit it with simple green, and then I did it with alcohol, and I was still seeing the brown stuff appearing on the paper towel with the alcohol. So I think maybe that doubling it up kind of helped top it off for me, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, I got bands. They're over in one of my bags. I got the Protect ones. They're black and they got the big old thumb tabs on them. Probably gonna have to pull screws out of the bottom. Of course, the two that don't have dirt in them aren't the two that I need. See the racers at the hobby shop going nuts trying to make the tires perfect. Yep. I mean, that track is really hard on the cars. You know, I used to think Bashley was hard on them. You know, it is, but man, the racers put, and I've realized this just doing it myself, we put so much more time into it, trying to get better on the track. I mean, just countless hours of running on the track, and I mean, that thing's packed. It's just like being on the concrete. But yeah, you put these through a lot of abuse. And then it goes for the tires as well. You know, especially if you're hooking up in the corners and you're taking them fast and it's leaning, you know, it's peeling that rubber off to the side, and yeah, it starts to pull them away. Come on. Like this one wants me to take the whole freaking bulkhead off. I don't want to. Ooh, it's starting to come out. There we go. I like how they tie it all together, because not all of these bulkheads have these bottom screws. Most of them, it's just a couple of screws here threaded into the plastic. This is a part of your chassis attaching to the bulkhead. Come on. Lacquer thinner to clean the tire bead, scuff the rim plastic with a Dremel, then AKJ Concepts glue. I've tried a lot and that's what worked for me. You know, I've heard people say that, and I've scuffed up the rim. Never used lacquer thinner, but I've scuffed it up, and I don't have a Dremel, but I mean, I've scuffed it. And then even use like the blue or the green Scotch Brite pad on the rubber, trying to give it a little bit of a scuff. None of that stuff ever works. But man, this time like I said, I hit it with simple green, then I hit it with alcohol, and that's the best I've gotten out of tires. What I noticed when I let them dry naturally, absorb moisture and the glue turns white. If I use zip kicker, it dries it fast. It can't, and they stay glued. Carpet will rip the tires clear off. Yeah, I get it on the carpet. The dirt's a little looser, but yeah, good point. Moisture actually helps CA glue bond stronger. I'm sitting here putting a pro quality alignment on a 2-wheel drive. Traction slash that looks like it got hit by a train. Oh, what my life has become. What, you keep buying them from Trash R Us? Some glues will even advise putting whatever you glue in a humid environment to strengthen the bond. Huh. Black wheels and white glue, no bueno. Need to make better choices, my friend. I'm just messing. Alright, so only thing bad about these mud guards is to get things to come apart, I gotta get the mud guards off first. Yeah, and these came with the buggy, carbon fiber. I don't know if I can get that off. I don't know what that is. Whatever it is, it's like it's baked on there. Man, she's in there tight. Tight like a tiger. Jeez. Get out of there. God. That's a pain in the ass. Buddy did a murdered out all black paint scheme, black wheels, and wing two. Come nighttime, he couldn't see his car with the damn out of the track. You imagine losing a race because you tried to make your car look cool? That would suck. Kind of feel bad for him. Every RC I have probably needs an alignment. Yup. Wish these RC cars could just be thrown in the dishwasher without running bearings. Yeah, tell me about it. I see the way some of these guys drive around the track, and it definitely makes me want to be a better racer. It's like, oh, you mean I could actually do that? Well, I probably can't, but they can. This one's got the little plastic bushings inside. Oh, okay, there it is. So, thin one goes on the inside. Yeah. Yeah. Thin one goes towards the front, thicker one goes towards the back. Get out of there. I mean, it says a lot for how tough the plastics are. They don't get worn out and they can't get the bushings out. Just give it a little love tap. Not working. Starting to get some movement. Starting to tear up my table too. This is ridiculous. Marcy 8.2 is black and blue. It kind of gets hard to see around dusk. Yeah, that's why I go with the bright colors. I mean, you guys have all seen this show. My next one's probably going to be a little bit brighter. And I don't mean like bright fancy neon colors. I just mean I want to make it easy to see. Dude, I went to watch a race. I'd get destroyed by them right now. They're so calculate. Oh, I know, man. Yeah, I won't even attempt to race with the fast guys. Like when they come blasting by me, I just get out of the way. I mean, they know when to turn, when to brake, when to gas. You know, they've got it down. So I feel you, my man. But I'm glad you finally got to go check out a race there, brother. Hope you actually get to join in. It's fun. Where did you go? Oh, I didn't take the other side out. Duh. I thought I did. Oh, good. That one comes out a little easier. Well, I say that. It's amazing to watch the pros and see what our cars are capable of. Yeah, exactly. Hell, I'd love to see one of them drive my car and show me what it's supposed to do. I think that'd be cool. All my RCs probably need. Yeah, back. Man, I do that all the time. I get my charging cord out here ready to go, and I just forget to plug it in. Just watching some of these 8-scale national replays on live RC. I wish I could find some vintage RC races on video, especially back from the stadium truck days. Yeah, those would be pretty cool. Welcome back, everybody. The more I look at this, some more broke stuff I find, this thing's total. Might as well just buy a new one and use the couple of parts you have left as parts. Yeah, it's really irritating when I do that. And I knew that I needed to plug it in when I started. And I just don't do it. Look at dumbass. Blown bushing, you're not bad luck. I'm just forgetful and stupid. I didn't plug my shit in. There we go. Oh, I guess I gotta take that screw out first. Jason Catley, what's up, brother? Yeah, the next maintenance I need to do is replace all the bearings. We'll do that coming up here pretty soon. Wonder Bread, what's up? What's up, Nitro Gang? How you doing, brother? Man, them bushings are in there tight. Pain in the ass get these things out. Glad I didn't have to do this at the track. This would have sucked. But I did rebuild a diff and add new bearings in record time. Chilling, moving some stuff in the basement, making room for an RC room. Get in your hole. What the hell? Man, had to put some big boy pressure on that. Hey JW, a couple weeks ago was Craig, the guy from the track, was he at the Drake Raceway during that, what is it called, Slick Week, or hell, whatever that race was a couple weekends ago? So I thought I seen his name on the board. Rolls back. Jeez. That's a tight fit. Ugh. Slick Cross, yes, he was there. Was a lot of our guys there. Yeah, I thought I seen his name on the board during one of the races, and I'm like, I wonder if that's the same guy. So, pretty cool. His was the only name that I could remember, and I looked for yours, but he didn't say anything about going, so I didn't expect to see you there. But Peyton was there. He's been on the show a couple times. Got to watch him race. Actually was a marshal for a couple of his races over the weekend. That dude can drive. Yeah, maybe one of these days, JW. Pretty good. There it is. So we got grease everywhere. Come on, get in there. Get in the hole. Stop dropping it. Can't get it to stay long enough to get it lined up in the. Trying to get the bolt through it. There it is. Finally. At this point, I don't know if I'll get to go to Oktoberfest. The thing I'm waiting on still hasn't got here. I'll tell it to hurry up. You gotta make it down at least once to try out this new layout. If you can. And they left the little back right hand corner. They left it. You could tell that they're going to add something in, so they'll do a little change when Oktoberfest gets here. Which is cool. Sucks just as soon as you get used to something, they change it, but that's what it's all about, I guess. Oop, there it is. Yeah, I got her finally. Ow. Bit me. Just want to hit it with something soft. Where's often guy's purse when you need it? There we go. In like Flynn. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Change adjustment and change again just as soon as you get comfortable. Yeah, right? Oh, change adjustment and change. Yeah, totally. I mean, it is until the end of October, so still got a little over a month. But yeah, it's coming quick. Crap. I can get the damn dog bone in. Shit. Which one's easier? Neither one of them. They're all a pain in the ass, but we'll go with this one. Shit. Damn, wish I'd have caught that. I didn't get the dog bone in. The layout just changed a month ago, and we're going to change again next month for our Nevada state race. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, if you're used to it, it keeps your skills sharpened. But somebody like me trying to learn, it just makes it harder. But that's alright. I'm gonna have fun either way. Come on, let go. Alright, now we're in like Flynn. You did great not having seen a track before. Oh, thanks, brother. It was a lot easier getting used to that one than the one here, which this new layout is a little easier for me to get used to than the original one. For some reason, that other one was a pain in the ass. And this one's got its tricky spots, but I like the way it flows. But no, I thought it was, thought I did pretty decent on that track. I'm glad that you noticed as well. Maybe next time your car will be running properly and we can have a proper race. Where is that? Where'd my screw go? Where those go, and where those go, where those go, and where all these go. I don't think that one goes on this car. What the hell? Should be like a number 4 or something. I know it's not that one. What the hell? Ah, there you are. I knew it was back there somewhere. This thing ain't got no droop. It's got negative droop on it. Damn it. A little piece of the plastic has come up. Is in the way. Yeah, should have ran it through a little further. Oh my God. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Take these Wonder Bread, appreciate you. Take it easy, JW. Have a good night. Like that our carpet track change every 2 to 3 weeks. Always different obstacles, rotations. Which one different? Yeah, true that. It's like for me, I'm still trying to get used to being on the track and staying on the track. So every time I change it, just makes it that much harder. I wasn't expecting this. In case you guys are wondering what the hell I'm doing. Right here where the droop screw comes through, I didn't push it through far enough, and the little plastic that it cuts out as it threads itself in. Oh, come on, I do not want to have to take this A-arm back off. I've only swapped out a couple of these arms. I haven't had this happen until now. It makes sense why it happened. Thing's really trying to get me to take this arm back off. Just to turn that screw. But I don't want to. I guess I got room down here. I didn't think I did. Sitting there fighting up for no reason. This is ludicrous. Alrighty, now that debacle's over. Yeah, I guess with not having the shocks on there, I was able to push this up far enough to get to that screw. Normally, don't have that kind of room to mess with. So we learned something today. Now what did I do with the lid? I haven't built the jump yet, but I need to. I bet I'll have some control arms to do that. Just take it to the track, brother. Tracks are fun. Oh, you know what? It's a pain in the ass to get to those screws. See if we can do this. I totally forget the mud guards. It's hard to get to those screws once everything's been put on. I think I can get to it. We will find out here shortly. Here was Safa. She says, "Hi guys." Hello, Safa. Hope I'm saying your name right. Getting to the mudguard screws is annoying enough that I don't run them. Yeah, you're supposed to put them on before you attach, but we shall see. It's gonna be a pain in the ass in that new plastic as well. Yeah, this is one of those buggies that I haven't really tore down much. But instead of popping this off, it's probably gonna be easier just to take it off the chassis. All right. Damn it. make sure I don't scratch up my cooling head. I'd hate for that to happen. We're gonna get out the cheater. I forget about these two. That's one thing I like about this design. They have these, none of the buggies I've ever had have had these two screws. The hell? And they don't want to come off. Of course. Probably should have put some heat on it first. So you got thanks for pointing that out. You got to see me strip it out first, or up close and personal, huh? Never fully understood what mud we're guarding from. And so what the front tires kick back, it keeps it out of the shocks. It's supposed to help keep your shocks clean and better. The track's actual muddy, not a good idea to run anyways. Plus, it's not like the dirt really hurts the axle. It does get caught up in the shocks, and that's what the boots are for. But then again, tear up the boots. Trying to think. I gotta find my other pieces. Fell out. I didn't think it was gonna be seized up like that. But I mean, why wouldn't it be, right? One more size. Of course, I can't find it. I wonder what happened to the other piece. Anyways, yeah, it should be a fourth bit. We'll find out if the screw extractor works. I don't think I drilled down deep enough to get it to work. Probably just ended up drilling the head out before I make it big enough for this one because I don't have the right size. Should probably just leave it for now and take the damn arms off and do it that way. Yeah. Because it's in the right size. Too bad we can't make it through one show without tearing something up. That was totally pointless. It's getting hot in here. Doing it the Milwaukee way. This is my cheapo Hyper Tough Walmart special. I only have these because I'm an electrician. I don't use my tools much anymore, so I just leave them here to work on RCs. And also our company has a pretty good deal. So, and you know, you can buy them and they just take it out and make a check, like $40 a week. Can't beat that. Come on, just like you did earlier. Get off there. Should have just done this in the first place. But you don't want to take them off again. Let's see. So this goes on the back side. Yeah, I like having these Like it keeps a lot of like, you see how much collects, especially on the exhaust side, how much dirt and like it cakes up on there. Like your shocks would just get covered with that because of all the oil that spews out of the exhaust. I definitely like having them. One of these days I'll have to get that screw out. But not today. You guys probably can't see very well, but not in a very good position at the moment.